Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today I am going to be performing at Bats for the Chrome, which is Sarah Jade's performance that she's putting on at a studio in Tampa called Buttercup Pole Dance. I'm pretty excited because usually whenever I perform, it's been at my studio and I'm always so freaking stressed out from organizing everything and getting everyone ready that I usually don't even get time to practice, to be honest, and I usually have to teach the day of the performance, so I don't get like a lot of time to get ready. And so I've noticed that because of that, my timing of getting ready has gotten shorter than what it used to be. But I am really excited today because I have the entire day that I can get ready, and I'm so excited. And I also thought you may want to know what goes into a day of getting ready for a pole performance and what should you be prepared for if you were going to do one. A lot of people I know don't do as big and dramatic things as I do maybe, but if I'm going to be on stage, I kind of want to make it like pop. So I try to do really crazy makeup, and I really suck at doing my hair, but we're going to try to do it today, and it's kind of short, so it's really hard, but I have a cute idea in mind. Hopefully it works out. So I have no idea how long this is going to take, but we'll see if I can do it within the hour, because I have to leave here within the hour so that I can beat traffic to head over there. I already laid out all of my makeup and stuff that I know that I'm going to need. I'll put up the picture of how I set it up because I live in a little cottage. There's not a lot of space, so don't ever feel like just because you don't have a giant like bathroom vanity to get ready in front of, you can still get ready and do fancy things to your face. You don't have to have something large. I'm literally using my dresser and opened a drawer to put stuff in it so that it can hold it, so it's not in front of the camera. So without further ado, here's what I've learned so far about putting on makeup and looking like an idiot on stage and not really caring. Lately I've been watching a lot of Sienna Spalding's videos, and I love how crazy big her makeup is, but I feel like I'm so pale and my hair is so plain that I feel like I look like a clown whenever I put that much makeup on, so I have to do my hair crazy if I'm going to do this much makeup. Otherwise, I can't do it every day. It doesn't work. So I practiced yesterday and I taught class and everyone asked me why I was wearing so much makeup. Okay, so some of these things today I got new because I knew that I needed them and I haven't been using them, so we'll find out if they work good. Just a little warning, whenever I was growing up, I had no idea how to wear makeup. My mom doesn't even wear makeup to this day, so everything that I've learned and done has just been trial and error, and lately I've been watching YouTube videos, but you don't have to be a makeup artist to wear makeup. Like, just do whatever makes you feel good, because that's what I do. I used to wear pink eyeshadow in high school because that's what made me feel good, so just don't worry. And if I'm doing any of this wrong, tell me so that I know what to do right. Alright, so I got this today because I did not have any primer. I went to Sally Beauty and got this primer. It's really freaking bright, so you can't even read that. It's a Femme Couture primer, and it's oil-free, which is really important to me because I have a really oily face. So a lot of the makeup that you can get, I feel like it cakes on my face, and I hate how it feels whenever I like have a grease just sitting on the surface of my skin. So hopefully this won't make me feel that way. I knew I needed to get it because whenever I did a boudoir photo shoot, I had one of my girls, Amber, she gave me hers to use, and it really helped, and I noticed that my makeup stayed in place really good. So hopefully this will make it last through like really late at night tonight, because I'm 12th out of like 25 people, so I think I put enough down here. funny because I can use the camera more so as a camera than my little tiny mirrors that I have set up. Alright. Well, that didn't feel oily at all, so that's a good sign and makes it feel like really silky. I also use CoverGirl oil control for my foundation yet again, so that I don't end up looking like a grease monkey by the end. Just put that all over. I also recently tanned, so I feel like this is a little bit lighter than what I need it to be, so I'll probably need to put a lot of bronzer on later. Whenever I used to do my makeup, I didn't even know how to use concealer. I honestly thought that you just used it whenever you were hungover and had bags under your eyes. So I always owned some, but I never ever used it because I didn't really drink that much, so I didn't really get that hungover that often. And now that I've watched all these videos and have been learning, I've been using it a lot more, and I can totally see a difference in the quality of my makeup whenever I do it fully. Okay, so my foundation is on, and I don't even know what type of concealer I have, to be honest, because I bought it on sale at Target. So, you know, whenever they have clearance things, they put the sticker on what you were supposed to be able to read. So, I have this. You may be wondering why I'm making this video, being that I'm not an expert on makeup, and I'm mostly doing it kind of like a baseline to show you my process of growing as a performer, and so that you are reassured that not everyone starts out perfect. Before, I didn't even know half of these things to do, so I don't know if that will help you or not, but I sure hope so. I don't have any fancy brushes either, so I just kind of make do with what I have for right now. Whenever I'm better off, I'll get some fancy brush called a kabuki brush, which I don't understand what the hell that is, but I saw one at the store and I thought, oh, I need that. But it was like $10, and I'll wait for a little bit. I feel like this is so bright you can barely see what I'm doing. That might help a little bit. Okay. So I put the concealer under my eye. I put it on the top of my nose, on the front center of my forehead, and I'm trying not to like wipe it off, and I'm trying to just kind of blend it in so that it's lighter than the outsides of my face, because it's all about art, and if you think about the shadows of your face, that's where you would want to put bronzer, and the parts where the sunlight would hit your face is where you would put concealer. Makes sense. Okay, so that's blended in, and I have bronzers that are also really old that I don't even know what brand they are or anything, so one of these days I'll figure all that out. But I use like a loose powder that's not too dark, because I'm not really that, I don't have dark hair and I don't have like really big features, so I feel like whenever I use a really dark bronzer, it just looks like I'm putting on clown makeup, and as much as I want it to be stage makeup, I don't really want to look like a clown. So This one that I use I love, and it's not too crazy. And yesterday whenever I practiced, I noticed that I was putting on my bronzer too much just like underneath the jawline, and I needed to kind of go like on the edge of the jawline and work its way out, and it made it look a lot better whenever I was done. So and it's a little bit harder because now I have a little bit of a tan too, so. I feel like I'm in a bounce house whenever I'm doing this. I'm like bouncing on my bed. Okay, that's pretty good. I also put it along the edges of my face. I try to like make sure it's not loose powder so it doesn't like end up in my hair looking all weird. And under my jaw. Okay. And then just like a quick swipe on the edge of my nose. I find that one to be really hard to do. Okay. So later on I might put a little more bronzer depending on how things are looking, but that's enough for me to get started because I can see where like my jawline is and everything. Because it's like rock and roll style tonight, I went with like a lot of reds, and I don't usually use that like every day, so I'm gonna do like a really bright red blush. Which, yet again, I've had this like forever. It's super cheapo stuff. Gosh, that is really red. I notice whenever I put blush on like and leave it where I would want it to look like and stop early, then by the time I'm done it's not as noticeable, so I put a little extra on knowing that by the time I put all the finishing touches on, it kind of dulls it down. Just seems a little bit much for the time being. And then I have like the shimmer powder, which is from CoverGirl, so I put that on the tops of my cheeks. I don't really like shimmering that much, but for these things it's okay. And like a little bit right in the center. Later on, whenever I'm done with my makeup, I also use like a bronzer stick to enhance my abs and stuff, so that's a cool trick that you can do. You see a lot of the like people at theme parks, you know, like I learned how to do it by just looking at one of the girls at Halloween Horror Nights, and you could see how they airbrush the abs on, so I kind of use the bronzer to help give me some more defined abs if they're not popping that day. So the other thing I bought today, which I am not sure how it's going to turn out, is a Perfect Arch brow grooming kit, because as you can see, like my eyebrows are really almost non-existent. They're not thick, which I'm not upset about. I like that they're not too hard to take care of, but they're really hard for me to do whenever I want to make them pop, because it's more like all makeup and very little eyebrow hairs. So hopefully this little kit will help me get more defined eyebrows without it looking like I just took a magic marker and painted it on my face. We'll see. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Okay, so it looks like it comes with like little stencils. The brow color, which I got the light because I have blonde hair. And then the little brush to use, so nothing fancy. I mostly just wanted the stencil because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Alright, let me just read through the directions. Okay. So it has a natural and a dramatic option. I'm only going to use this for dramatic, so let's see what that one looks like. So, oh my gosh, that is so long. That is huge. My like natural one like is just about the same size. So we're gonna go with the dramatic. Oh my god, I'm a little bit scared. Okay, dramatic arch. Let's hope this works. So I have to hold this with my index finger and my thumb. I didn't like how all the hair was loose, so I just trimmed them yesterday. I think this is confusing. I guess it goes there. I feel like I'm in grade school again, trying to color in the lines, and I don't know if it's seeping underneath it. Okay, moment of truth. I look ridiculous. That does not. I don't like how that looks. Okay, we're just gonna use it for just dramatic, so it is dramatic. It's just kind of weird. Maybe if I just took. Not used to it's starting so far in. I guess it's not terrible. This is for light hair. This is super dark on my head. Oh well. Okay. Let's try it on the other side. I like that it's not a peel and stick type of thing because I was worried about how much use you would get out of it. It's just a rubbery thing. So I guess the oils of your face make it stick to your face. I can see where there's hair and where there's not hair. I don't like that. That one looks even funnier. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of this, but I'm glad I tried it because I thought that I really needed to learn how to stencil my eyebrows, and this is just not impressing me, but it'll be okay for tonight because it's supposed to be outrageous anyways. Make it more pointy. Okay, so somebody gave me some green How the heck do you describe that? It's not, I guess it's kind of like a liquid eyeshadow, and for right now I just use it as a base so that it kind of sticks to the loose powder that I put on my face. I remember as a kid I actually used to use chapstick on my eyebrows, no, my eyelids, to make my eyeshadow stick, and it worked really well. So this is green, but by the time I get all the black shit on there, you won't even be able to tell that it was green, and it won't be all over my face by the end of the night. Sure, it's not quite as good as some other styles, but it works for me for right now. Hopefully the next time I make one of these videos, I'll have like super fancy, correct type of makeup. But it's been working so far, so. And since it is a little bit green, if I miss a spot, I kind of know, versus whenever I don't have like a color, sometimes I cannot tell until I get into the light that I missed an area. So I like to make really white under my eyebrow. So I got two options. I have a matte white and a sparkly white. I think I'm going to go with the sparkly white today, since everything is kind of blinged out and these freaking eyebrows now look like I have spiders on my face. So let's see. Just gonna start under the arch and work it down to the edge. It's so bright right now. Kind of funny because whenever I do these, I usually have to drive a really long way because I live in BFE, and whenever I'm on the interstate, sometimes I'll like look over and I'll notice like somebody staring at me, and I like don't like whenever people stare at me, so I get all creeped out, and then I remember later on like, oh, I look like a drag queen right now. So that's probably why they're staring at me. And the fact that I had a pole dancer logo on the side of my car for the longest time might have another thing to do with it. Okay, so that's super shiny, like silvery color now. I think you can kind of see in the light. I'm going to end up looking like I'm about to perform for Cirque du Soleil by the time I'm done. Next, I got a like dark gray, like shimmery stuff that I was going to put all over my eyelid. It's from Target. It's one of the elf things. So, just kind of sitting it on the sticky green stuff so that it doesn't get all over my cheeks and whatnot. When I was in Sally Beauty today, I laughed because I was looking at that makeup stuff and this old lady was standing beside me, and she started talking, and I realized that she was not talking to me, she was talking to herself. And then she caught herself and she looked over and she's like, "Oh, nothing like talking to yourself." And then I laughed and I told her, well, it's okay, I talked to my computer. And I don't think that she got it, but I thought it was funny. So I'm going pretty high with this dark gray color right under where I had the white. And I'm going a little bit farther out than normal since my eyebrows are also farther out than normal. And then whenever I get too much, I just drag it out because I am going to make like kind of a line later anyways. So it's okay if it messes up. I learned a lot from performing and like getting my makeup done. Sometimes I try to always like watch how they do it because I love them to death for doing my makeup, but I can't afford to, you know, have somebody do it all the time, and I actually enjoy doing my makeup. And one time I had really super dark makeup done by Glow Beauty, and they even like painted my lips black. It was freaking awesome, and I learned a lot from whenever they put it on. They're super nice. So if you ever need to get your makeup done and you're in Tampa, then she's really good. So it's pretty dark, pretty high up there, but now I'm just gonna make the edges really dark. Weird how I have to come out to see it versus in because of how bright the sun is in my window, but I like my view. So okay, so I'm putting like, I had a gray type of color, a white color, and now I'm going to put the black on the edge. So right where my eyelid would crease, just bringing it in and then letting it go into the hole. And I'm trying to kind of like point the end, which is kind of hard. Kind of even, yeah, for the most part. It's starting to make my eyebrows not look as ridiculous. After that, I also, where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. I take the dark gray color with the like kind of pointed edge, and I run it underneath my eye and swoop it out. Oh, that one got in my eye. That's the only thing I don't like about the loose powder, is that sometimes it gets in my eye, but this one doesn't seem to irritate my eye. All the really like shiny ones, which makes sense because there's like glitter in them or something, those make my eyes water so bad, and then I usually have to redo everything because I end up wiping it all off. Good thing I am wearing false eyelashes today because you can't even see that I have eyelashes at all now in person. They just completely fade into the darkness. Oh, I forgot to put powder. So I have like a loose powder just to kind of set everything in and hopefully make it a little less crazy looking. Oh, I just got that all over my underwear. That's fun. I haven't used this one in a while because it was kind of too dark because I wasn't tanning. So hopefully now that I'm a little bit tanner, it won't look so weird. Yeah, it looks okay. You'll notice that the red and stuffs will start to look less ridiculous because it'll just all start to blend. Sometimes I wait to do the powder because of the fact that I know how much I spill eyeshadow on my cheeks, and it kind of helps get it off whenever that happens. And I don't put on my clothes first because then I end up with black powder all over the place, and it's really annoying whenever you have this beautiful outfit and then makeup all over it. So I haven't been doing winged eyeliner very long either, and I've been trying to practice. I think it's getting better, but hopefully it works today. And I've learned not to start at the very inside because that's whenever it runs into my eye. I'm letting it be kind of thick because everything else is so dark, it's going to be kind of hard to see. I'm doing it like following the line of the eyeshadow that I made versus I would normally kind of flick it a little bit higher, but I guess because now my eyebrows are like this wide, then that's why I have to go with where the eyeshadow went. My eyelashes, even though they're really light, they're like really long, so a lot of times when I put on liquid eyeliner, they get in the way and I have to angle down like a lot to get past them, so I have to try to put on mascara like really quickly so that the eyeliner that got on them doesn't dry first and make them clumpy. If you have any tips of that not happening, please tell me, because I would really appreciate it. So many times whenever I use liquid eyeliner, like I talk a lot with my hands and with my eyes, that I open my eyes too wide and then there's a big line on my eyelid, and then I get so upset when that happens, so I'm trying not to let that happen today. I don't like putting liquid eyeliner on my bottom lid. I like how it looks, but I can't do it. It irritates my eyes too much. I am going to put on some mascara and also my lips. Because my eyelashes are so long, a lot of times I don't even put on false eyelashes because they touch the top of my eyebrows. And today I want to wear them because I need them to be thicker since my eye makeup is so dark. But if I have on like colorful makeup or something, they're already so big that I don't usually need them. A lot of times people think I'm wearing falsies when I'm not. And then everyone always asks if I'm wearing that unique stuff, which I have never used. Done. Okay. So I usually don't use lip liner, but I notice whenever I do use this stain, like, it's so hard for me to tell where the edges are of my lips because I don't have like giant lips, so I'm gonna try to do like make them bigger by making lines bigger. Hopefully it doesn't drive me crazy all night knowing that my lines of my lips aren't there, but they are there. So here goes. This is so hard for me to do because I want to draw within the lines and I'm trying not to. I really like this stuff. It's Super Stay 24 color. I think it's supposed to say 24-hour color in All Day Cherry. I've been using it a lot at work and it really does stay a long time. Like the next day I'll wake up and it would still be there. So I hate buying lipsticks because I don't like how they're gone by the time I get wherever I'm going. It's pointless. feel like the hardest part for me is getting the like corners to not look weird. It's better now that I did the liner though, like it stayed in place better and looks like it should be there. I think I'm just so used to like my thin lips at the edge that it's so strange for all this like color to be on the edges instead. You're supposed to let it sit for like a few minutes. It's really sticky right now. I'll take a picture after I'm done so you get to see what it looks like. But hopefully it has helped a little by me showing you how you can do your makeup too, even though you're not an expert. You don't have to be an expert to do your makeup like crazy. And you can see how it really does help whenever you use some of the tips like contouring and knowing that you can go crazy with your eyeshadow if you are going on stage. It's okay. I do it every time that I perform, and apparently my eyebrows don't look so crazy now that I have all this on, so maybe that thing is useful after all. I really like what it does once I do put on the bright lipstick. It kind of makes everything pop, and it looks better once I can put the little balm on afterwards, so that looks good. So I'm gonna do my hair now. I'm probably not gonna talk, but I'm just gonna quickly do it and keep the camera rolling so you'll see whatever the hell goes through my mind when I'm doing my hair. And later on I'm gonna make a how-to video, no, not a how-to video, a video about what I keep in my bag the day of a performance. So as I'm packing my bag, you'll get a chance to look and see what you should bring, you know, every time, and what I live off of, because I have this giant bag back here that I pretty much live out of. If I didn't have that, I would die. So thank you for watching, and hopefully my hair turns out better than this by the next 5 minutes.